Erev Shabbos Parshas Balak. Bilam is this extreme character. He's just very extreme, extremely tomei, extremely prophetic. Shimshon Pincus quotes the famous Chazal that Hashem told Umas Olam, you guys are going to have tainas on me. They're going to say, hey, Jews got Moshe Rabbeinu. Of course they turned out great. But look at us. We didn't have a Moshe Rabbeinu. We never had that prophecy, that koyach to connect to you. Maybe if we would have had it, we would have been great. We would be, people worthy of being chosen. So the Rebbeinu Shalom said, all right, you got it. Look, we have to make an even playing field. You know that the whole world has an even balance of everything. So you got it. I will give Bilam all of this power of Nevuah. Effective Shimshon Pincus. How does that help anything? They got Bilam. You got Moshe. You can't compare the two. They're going to have a good taina. And for Shimshon Pincus, it's an even playing field. It is an even playing field. Why? He said, Nevuah, the power of Nevuah. Well, probably not, unless Mommy says it's a good idea, but I don't think it's a good idea. Nevuah is a power. It's a koyach. Gadlus, koyches, doesn't create a person. It magnifies him. So yeah, you give tremendous koyches to Moshe Rabbeinu, you get a shepherd, a holy shepherd, who was born lighting up the world, granted. He takes all the good in Moshe Rabbeinu and makes it bigger and better and greater. Makes all of his good midas great midas. Bilam gets the hafuch. He got the same power. He was injected and zapped with that same nevuah, that same connection, that same... I guess he was able to speak to Hashem, upon him. But that just accentuated his evil. It just made all his bad midas worse. The thing is that with Yidden, if you magnify a Yid, you're automatically going to get out all the good stuff. What happens? I'm going to tell you my story. There's a Yid, Yoda. Interesting name. It's a real name. And he's lives in Eretz Yisrael. And as a child, he has ADHD. Bona fide, like the real deal. Can't sit still, all over the place. His mind is flying. His body's flying. And it's hard for him to keep up with himself. And it's even harder for his teachers to keep up with himself. It's hard for his parents to keep up with himself. Kids, as he's getting older, he's having a hard time in school because it's not easy to shove a kid in a desk if he's not meant to be there. So his parents one night, after Friday night Suda, they're having a discussion. Said maybe it would be a good idea. He's getting older. Maybe it'd be time to sign him up for the army. The discipline that he'll have somewhere to let out his energy. Okay, that was their discussion. So we'll talk about it after Shabbos. But they never got a chance to finish that conversation. Shortly after Shabbos, Yoyoda's mother became very, very sick. They rushed her to the hospital. They started running scans up and down, trying to figure out what was wrong. It was very hard to identify. But because she was out of commission. Whatever she had come down with, it knocked her out. And the whole family slipped over. The father's working double time, taking on all the mother's jobs. And I'm telling you, out of the blue, Yoyada jumped up and took care of everything. He took all of that koyach and started running errands, making meals, taking care of his siblings. It was a Paladiga thing. His father never saw anything like it. And he kept coming to visit his mother in the hospital and telling her, you have no idea who this Yoyada kid is anymore. His marks in school went up. He was paying attention. He was doing well. He was getting along with his friends. Everything was just like he was a new kid. His mother was out of commission for 3 years. And Yoyada stood up. And he took care of it. He really, really took charge. 3 years later, they found out that he needs a bone marrow transplant. Guess who was a match? Hilgi Yoyada. And he goes in for the swabs and everything because he saves his mother's life as well. It's a wild thing. Years and years of mother being in hospitalization. Finally, she's allowed to come home. And she comes home and there's balloons and the signs and everyone's there to greet her and give her a hug. Yoyada's not there though. She goes into her room to lie down and sees a letter on her pillow from Yoyada. And it says, Ima, I know that I was a tough kid. I know that I am a tough kid. I just want to thank you for raising me the way you did. And he said, when you were gone, I really, really worked hard to take care of the family, to do my part, to do everything that I can. And I'm really happy that you're home. And he said, I took some of my allowance money and I hired a woman who I heard has like a tremendous power of music, playing guitar and lifting people's spirits. And Be'ez Hashem, she'll be here soon to welcome you home. He said, Ima, I overheard you and Abba talking that night. Just please, I'm doing everything I can. Don't send me to the army. What happened? What changed? Nothing changed. Everything that was in this beautiful neshama got magnified. All of that was in there the whole time. Every time the teachers were sending back F's and D minuses and writing all the Nebuch report cards of how he can't sit still and he's ruining the environment and yada yada. All that beauty was in there. It just needed to be, be squeezed and it all came out. But we'd be able to see the beauty in ourselves. And let all of that incredible koyach that Hashem gives each and every one of us, custom made for what we have, let that overflow. And let's share that with the rest of the world. And let's have a world filled with all of the best parts of everybody. Be'ez Hashem, to greet Mashiach Tzidkeinu here b'yameinu. Amen. la